Well, that year sucked. Well, figured I'd put out a end of year video as most fucking YouTubers do. Not that I qualify as a fucking YouTuber. This is a vlog. I'm here to bitch about life. Or lack thereof. So how have my holidays been? Well, turns out I got sick. Now, I haven't been tested, but it happens to coincide strongly with a certain thing that's going on right now. I don't know, maybe you heard about it. I'm pretty sure if you turn the news on, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's within, pretty much 3/4 of any mainstream media news broadcast is going to cover this in great detail, and particularly with how afraid you should be and how much snake oil you should pump into your veins and all of the lovely things. But yeah, it could be that, or it could be the flu, or it could be Ebola. I don't fucking know, because I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going to the doctors. I'm not doing any of that stupid shit. No, I'm letting my good old-fashioned immune system do its job, and if it doesn't do a good job, well, then it's been a nice fucking run. Seems to be doing a good enough job, though. I have slightly improved over the course of the last 5 days, but I'm not there yet. But I'll describe my symptoms for you, and you can play Let's Diagnose Scott the Truck Driver with this mysterious illness that he's got. So I went to a Christmas party, an after-Christmas party. Sober, mind you. I'm still sober. I haven't touched it. Tonight's New Year's Eve, still not going to drink. So there's that. But, so I went to this party, hung out. It was slightly awkward because a few people who I am angry with and who were also angry with me did attend this party. But for the most part, I had a good time. Until about 3/4 of the way through the party, when everybody was fucking blasted but me. My entire body started hurting. Like, every muscle in my body was just uncomfortably aching. More so than at any other time I can remember, other than the last time I got sick in February of 2020. I did also recently get sick, I think it was September, around the time of a certain other peak. That being said, I was struggling, but I was also a designated driver for a friend of mine. However, as the night went on, she decided to peel off and go with a couple other friends to Singers. And as many of you know, I while not banned from there, I have no intention of going there because A, I'm not putting a fucking mask on, and I don't want to have another repeat of that fight. But B, I'm just overall, I guess, done with the fact that a lot of people that I thought had my back on things, or that at the very least would be understanding of my point of view on it. I just know that there's some uncomfortableness and some, shit talking going on. So I don't necessarily want to fuel that by going there. Maybe someday, 10 years from now, if I'm still around New York. But for now, I feel like Singers has run its course in my life. That being said, I still like to sing, so you guys are going to get some karaoke shit or covers. I don't think I can do karaoke on here, but I can do covers. So look forward to that. when I can actually fucking breathe. My entire body was sore. She wanted to go to Singers. So I was like, oh, well, good. You know, if you still need me to drive later, she was going to ride with somebody else to go to Singers. Just wake my ass up because I'm going home and I'm going to bed. And this was at 9 o'clock at night. I was in bed for the next 2 days, pretty much. Like, the first day, the fatigue was phenomenal. Like, I would wake up and be like, okay, I can get moving. And then an hour later, I would be exhausted and ready for sleep again. The body aches continued. I did end up figuring out how to relieve the body aches, and that was by taking an Epsom salt bath. That turned out to be very good at calming down the muscle soreness. So I was able to at least get rest because before I did the Epsom salt bath, the pain was so bad I couldn't fall asleep. I was just there whining and complaining in bed. And I'm just like, fuck, you know. I was starting to run a fever, sweating. It was getting uncomfortable. No, like, lung things to speak of. You hear me coughing now, but I'm at the tail end of this instead of the beginning. And lung issues were not a thing until probably yesterday. I started coughing more. It's been mostly, you know, I haven't even had, you know, I feel a little congested today, but for the most part, I haven't had a runny nose or anything. I had a persistent headache the whole time from the party on up. That has waned a bit, but I feel like it comes and goes now instead of being gone all the time. Like, and I don't normally get headaches, so that's the thing. So I was dealing with that. So this is pretty much my holiday vacation that we're talking about, which mainly consisted of my ass being in bed pretty much most of the time. Today is the first day I made it out of the house, and I'm going to go out again shortly to visit some friends. They are fully aware of my health situation, and they're like, we don't care. So I'm going to go visit some people. I haven't been out of the house in 5 days, so it's probably a good idea. I did manage to get out and get a little bit... Fuck. I did manage to get out and get a bit of sunlight today, which was probably for the better. I do feel a little better having done that. I'm going to try and do it again tomorrow, weather permitting. Other than that, it's been, you know, not too bad. You know, I don't wish it on anyone. It's not quite what Joe Biden thought I was going to be going through for my holidays, but it nonetheless, it did dominate my holidays. And as far as I can tell, it's dominating a lot of people's holidays right now, as in we're having a huge spike here in this 79% snake oil rate that we have here. I think 78, something like that. There's a lot of people got the snake oil here. Apparently that doesn't mean anything in terms of the current infections that we see going on, you know, but what the fuck do I know? It's, you know, Susan says I shouldn't even talk about it. Fuck you, Susan. Fuck you all the way. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm debating what to do and when to do it. Obviously I want to be over whatever the hell this is before I hop in a truck. But that being said, I feel like I need to try and get out there and make some money before that's been ripped away. As many of you know, the snake oil mandate is now going to the Supreme Court. That's for private companies of over 100 employees. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So once again, my career is in jeopardy. Through no fault of my own. And but yeah, I'm earning my natural immunity. Oh, I can't even say that. I'm earning my health and freedom without paying anybody for no fucking snake oil. So just put it that way. Safe to say I'm probably going to have boosted immunity after this. I am also planning on starting tomorrow, getting back on the horse. I'm not going to lead off with a fast just yet, mainly because I have some food that I want to eat that I don't want to go bad because it's meat. But once that's through, I might do a 5-day fat fast, and then at the end of that fat fast, once I'm all ketogenic up again, then probably go and try and hop in a truck and get back out on the road. So that's pretty much my fucking plan. Being sick does suck, you know. So I feel for you if you're sick right now, whether you got the snake oil or not. But for those of you that are locking down quite a bit, you know, as far as here in communist New York, that, yeah, we still got the stupid mandate. It's still not being enforced as far as fines go. And I was able to go out today and have a meal, my last non-keto meal, without any problems. And no, I didn't put a mask on. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're living the dream. And for those of you who are going to say, how you went out when you were sick? Well, the CDC just said we could go out after 5 days. It's been 5 days, motherfucker. I'm ready to go out. You know, I was just following the guidelines. I'm not here to argue with them, Susan. No, I 100% agree that 10 days is just too fucking long to shut everything down for sniffles. You know, just saying. So, yeah, in accordance with CDC guidelines, I went out today. So, yeah. By those guidelines, not the other guidelines. You know, the ones where you got to wear a mask. Because, no. But, it's been a hell of a year, you know. I mean, I've lost a lot this year. I've lost some people I deeply cared about. And they're not going to be coming back. So, just got to try and pick myself up, dust myself off, and get my shit together. This is going to be the year of trying to get my shit together, which is hard to do in these current times where I'm pretty much being made to feel like I'm insane, that I'm a conspiracy theorist, that I'm a second-class citizen, that I'm the reason for everything that's wrong in the world, and that it's this whole, you know, illness shit is my fault. And yeah, it's all me. I did it. Yeah. So how'd you know? I mean, I made it look like it happened in China, but I'm a fucking mastermind. What can I say? You know, I'm still struggling with all of this, really, and I haven't created anything. This is the first thing I've fired up in the past 5 days. I want to get my music going again, but it's hard to even do that when I'm feeling so uninspired. And even as I get to where I want to hop in the truck and get out and make money, I'm like, why? You know, what the fuck do I want to do that for? So I can walk around in the woods? Well, that doesn't cost any money, really, you know, other than if I want to do it on the other side of the country. It's not so I can go places, because what fun is that? Even in the places that aren't fucking shit shows like New York. You know, what's there to do out there? It doesn't involve this stupid horse shit, where you're not going to run into some scared motherfucker who's all, like, guarded up against, you know, got pushing the snake oil on you and shit. And if they know that you're not one of them, you know, you really want to have to deal with that? I don't. I don't like being in society if that's the way it's going to be everywhere. You know, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there's plenty of states where it's not a thing. But we'll see when I get out there in the truck because I'm going to get to see a lot of these states. Although I am a little concerned with the shit show that has been the weather. We've got heavy-ass snowstorms on the entire fucking West Coast, it seems, and tornadoes to the south. You know, I don't know, it might be a little dangerous to be in the truck. But danger's my middle name and shit. But that's it. I hope you send this year off and tell it to go fuck itself. And I would say I was hopeful for a better year, but that shit didn't work out last year, so why would it work out this year? You know, we still got the same stupid people doing the same stupid shit over and over and over and over again. So I have zero hope that 2022 is going to be any better than any of the other 2020s have been so far. You know, just I don't have a lot of faith in humanity right now. I keep hoping, but I'm hearing that just north of the border here, Montreal's a fucking communist dictatorship, and that the British Columbia is also locking down like a motherfucker. So there's that, you know. Who knows what stupidity is in store? We got rid of de Blasio. Today was de Blasio's last day. He can go eat his fries at home and leave New York City the fuck alone. Although the incoming mayor isn't going to undo any of the heinous shit that de Blasio's done to New York City, so it still might as well not even be part of the United States as far as I'm concerned. Same thing for California. You know, I don't have any use for you, even though I might end up getting sent there if I hop in a truck again. I'll take my time off in such a way where they don't have time to send me there if what it takes to avoid going there. You know, this time out, I don't plan on taking a lot of time off in other places, mainly because I want to make some money, and I also want to, you know, and save some money. I also want to make sure I'm keeping I want to make sure I'm keeping an eye on my mother and that I'm still here to visit my friends and stuff. So, you know, home times will usually be probably in New York. Now, it doesn't mean I won't have miscellaneous time off in the middle of fucking some uncontrolled area somewhere. But for now, the game plan is just work, and pile up money as long as I'm allowed to. And the goal isn't necessarily to be able to travel anymore. It's more to be able to resettle. With a certain bill floating around that might put people like me in places like Australia's camps, which is the next step if that bill passes in New York. Because they're going to need facilities to house people like me. Or maybe they'll just call the jail the facility of choice. I don't know. But I don't want to wait till that fucking comes down. Hopefully it doesn't make it past the vote. If it does, I don't know how that bill is even in the fucking assembly. I don't even know how it's there. What kind of fucking country we live in where that bill gets on there? Period. That should be alarming. I don't care what your party is, although it's pretty clear which party put that bill there. Might want to consider the fact that that's even a thing, that it wasn't immediately thrown right in the fucking trash. And it's not only has it been there, it's been there since early 2020. Actually, I think it was before 2020, which is weird. It's very, very weird that bill was drafted before. If that's true, I don't know. I thought I read somewhere that it was introduced in 2018 and has been making the rounds. But now they're supposedly going to vote on it. We'll see how that goes. But if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, there's a bill that would empower the governor to lock anybody that's a health threat up. I wonder who that could be. And all you got to do to see how that plays out is look at places like Australia and a few other countries that have already done this and have already literally ripped people out of their homes and thrown them in camps. Yeah. We might be doing that in New York, apparently. I'm pretty sure they'll lose more than 300,000 residents. People will be fleeing here like it was free. And then what happens? When you lose your voter base and your tax base, what happens to the state? I'm pretty sure it becomes a shithole of poverty and crime. Especially as business unfriendly as it is here. Yeah. Is that what y'all want in New York? I guess. I mean, you're not standing up to this shit. I don't see any other willfully non-compliant individuals in my travels of late. Sure, there's plenty of places I can go where no one gives a shit, but nobody willing to stand up for themselves in areas where everyone else is complying peacefully. So, there's that. I don't know. We'll see. It's all up in the air. I have no high hopes or expectations for any of this shit. But what the fuck do I know? Because I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole. I will be trying to do my podcast on Tuesday. If you're not signed up for my free email list on ScottTheTruckDriver.com, please head there now. If you want to keep me making videos and making podcasts, purchase one of my podcasts. Links are down below. There's 6 episodes, I think, now, something like that. Plenty of hours upon hours of audio content, which means you can do other shit while listening to it. You can even listen to it while you shit. Pretty good at selling this, aren't I? But if you still want to just support these videos, which are no longer monetized because I've chosen to not monetize them anymore, you can also leave a tip in the virtual tip jar and help keep this shit going. I'll be, of course, when I hit back out on the road again, I will obviously be vlogging that. I will also be talking about my recovery from this period of insanity and unhealthiness that I've gotten myself into, that I now have to pick myself up and dust myself off and get better again, at least physically. I don't know that mentally that's going to happen, but at least I can not be a fat fuck anymore. That'd be nice. And maybe not get sick as often. Because let's face it, one of the reasons I'm getting sick right now is because I've been eating like shit, that I drank that alcohol to the excess for as long as I did there. It's the reason I'm fucked. So I got to unfuck myself. So 2022 is going to be the year of unfucking myself. And I hope all of you unfuck yourselves right now. You need to go out to your local store or whatever, walk in and say, "Can we unfuck ourselves, please? Where can we unfuck ourselves? I want to sign up for that right now. We need to make that happen. I would like to see by the end of 2022 a return to 2019 in terms of freedom. But I have a feeling if I hold my fucking breath, I'll probably fucking die. So, yeah, there's that. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. Yeah. Definitely going to save up and be a resident of another state very soon. It's my number one goal of getting back in the truck. Because fuck New York State. Fuck it. And everyone that's out there putting their mask on and standing in line waiting for their permission to live test. You do you. If that's how you want to spend your time and probably your money. Just to make sure that they get your name. If you happen to test a certain way, Hey, you do you. I ain't doing that. Never gonna do it. Never, ever, ever gonna do it. I don't care what they tell me I can't do. Oh, I can't go in the hospital so you can save my life? Well, I guess I'll just die right here on your lawn. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put a big sign on my rotting corpse that you'll have to come out here and scrape up with a shovel, dickheads. Are you ready? Are you happy for that? Whoa. You ever take something too far?